Hello, Formula One fans. I want to talk about this Andretti General Motors rejection by Formula One. This is Paddock Headquarters. Thank you for watching the program. And now, listen, I'm going to go right off the bat why I think they were rejected. Let's call a spade a spade. I think they just didn't like Andretti. I think it was personal. I think if it was somebody else, perhaps there might have been a different outcome. I don't think they want him around. I don't think they want his cars on their grid. And they did not want him in the club. And I'll tell you why specifically I believe that. But ultimately, when you reject General Motors and you say that they're not going to be competitive or their brand is not going to bring the value to Formula One, when you're talking about General Motors and Andretti, is that any less than Stake or Cash App or some of these other brands that are involved in Formula One? Of course not. Of course not. And you can't say that GM and Andretti would not be competitive 2-3 years from now. Look at Red Bull. Red Bull has two teams. One is a championship team, and the other one is a bucket of junk, right? AlphaTauri, now Visa Cash App, they weren't competitive. Look at McLaren. McLaren's been racing for 60 years. At the beginning of the 2023 season, they weren't competitive. They made some tweaks. They made some upgrades and adjustments mid-season, and now they're competing for podiums. You can't tell me that you don't think they're going to be competitive 2 years out when you have GM backing you. To me, it was just an excuse. They said it. That was their decision. It clearly seems to me like it's personal. And for them to say in their report, Formula One, that they think Formula One would bring more value to Andretti Motorsport than Andretti would bring to Formula One really tells me that it's personal. It really is, because Andretti Motorsport, Andretti Global, clearly the brand has value. Whether you like the brand or not, that's a different story. Clearly, they have value. And there might be some concern, too, about, the Americanization of the sport of Formula One, that they don't want to Americanize it too much, just because over the last couple of years, clearly, with Liberty Media and, the third race coming in the United States, I think Europe and some of the other hooty-tooty areas don't necessarily want to make Formula One more Americanized. So I think that played a part as well. But ultimately, it's my belief that it was just personal. They did not like Andretti. They did not want him in the group, and they were never going to let him in the group. And that's ultimately where we were at. Let me know what you think. If you wanted to see an 11th team, if you think somebody else might have succeeded. This is Rory. We drop videos all the time, all things Formula One. Thank you for watching. I will see you soon.